جو بيتر خوري. جو بيتر خوري رئيس السابق للرابطة المارونية. He was born in Hardin, Lebanon, migrated to Australia with his parents, brothers and sisters in 1951. He is a public practice accountant since 1969. 1969, he was a co-founder of the Levant Youth Club of Hardin, a youth association of Catholic Maronite young men and women with prime purpose activities of serving church and the Hardinian youth of Australia. 1969 also established the accountancy legal firm of Khoury Brothers & Co. 1971 joined St. Vincent de Paul Society in local branch, organized distribution of funds, amenities to the poor, formed local committee to raise funds for the refurbishing of the local church, Our Lady of Lords, Earwood, under the direction of the late Father Leo Porcel, parish priest. In 1972, appointed Secretary of Australian United Press, a company representing the provincial daily newspapers of New South Wales until the present. 1972-1980, honorary auditor and economics advisor on the Australian Council for the Maronite Church in Australia. In 1980, elected honorary treasurer and advisor of the Australian Lebanese Association of New South Wales, and remains so until 1985. In 1986, co-founder of the Maronite Catholic Society, honorary treasurer 1986 to 1992. In 1994, Australian representative of the World Maronite Catholic Congress in Los Angeles, USA, where 52 countries were represented by both church and laity delegates. In 1994-1996, he was elected president of the Australian Lebanese Association of New South Wales. The association represents the Australian Lebanese community of all denominations. In 1996, became a Knight of the Holy Sepulchre of Jerusalem by decree from Rome, and by Cardinal Clancy bestowed the knighthood. In 1997, co-founded the Australian Lebanese Heart Foundation, elected honorary treasurer, and is the foundation honorary treasurer to this day. In 2005, he was elected president of the Maronite Catholic Society of Australia, representing the Maronite laity of the Maronite Catholic Church of Australia. 2006 organized for the first time in Australia a week-long Maronite academic conference where eminent historians from many countries attended and presented papers. In 2015, received Order of Australia, OAM, for services to the Australian Lebanese community and to the Maronite Church in Australia. It is my greatest honor to have Mr. Joe Peter Khoury in our studio, and as a very dear guest in the program كلمة الجالية. أهلا وسهلا فيك أستاذ جو بيتر خوري.
Thank you, Ustaz. Good morning, and good morning to your listeners. It's a pleasure to be here with you and to participate in this wonderful program that we have.
Thank you for making the time, and it is honestly a great opportunity for us to know Joe Peter Khoury more, to get the listeners to know him as a person, first of all, a person who came from Hardin. What could you tell us about those days before you arrived to Australia?
Well, like every كل عائلة, we decided to, my father and late mother decided to come to Australia and to bring the whole family with us. We tended to be, we wanted to be comfortable in our life, that's normal. بس كمان الوالد الله يرحمه ركز على العلم academic he was an academic هو زيتو
What was his field, Joe?
نعم.
What did he do? What was his field?
هو كان businessman. بس متعلم، كان يتعلم يحكي فرنساوي ويحكي عربي ويحكي a little bit of English. بس ركز علينا نحن والولاد انه تعلموا يا بابا وكفوا علمكم، واوعى كان يقلنا دايما اوعى تشوفوا حالكم على حدا.
Hello. So it was very, very modest. And of course, you sort of listened to his advice, and you've been successful as a professional. You chose to be an accountant.
نعم.
What drove you, or what inspired you to become an accountant, to choose that field in particular?
بالحقيقة كان بدي يكون architect أول شيء.
Okay.
بس أصحابي كان تعلمنا سوا، هني دروني على الطريق إنه لازم تكون accountant لأن كنت شاطر بالحسابات.
Okay.
وهيك وأخوتي كمان تعلموا محامية وأكاونتنس، وشو بيعرفني هيك ربنا راد إنه نكون بهالطريقة هيدي.
Was it the right choice in your opinion, or you still long for the architect?
مثل ما بيقولوا I'm a frustrated architect.
Okay, okay.
دايما بحب أحكي مع الاركيتكتس تشوف شو عم بيعملوا، بس هذه حياتي وربنا عطيني هالموهبة انه تساعد حالي وساعد الغير كمان، لانه نحن فعلا ربينا لبنان بقلبنا دايما.
نعم.
وبحياتنا والكنيسة هذه الحياة هذه كانت المربى تبعنا. او دايما وقت اللي فتحنا المكتب اللبنانية، كان أول مكتب لبناني بفتكر سنة 69، يجوا اللبنانية لعنا دايما نساعد قد ما فينا، ولحد هلا بعد ولادهم بيجوا لعنا ونحن بنشكر الجالية اللبنانية، لأنه الجالية اللبنانية صحيح صعبة بس نظيفة، الأكترية نضاف، الأكترية بيحبوا يساعدوا، وهذه جاليتنا. لا تاخد فكرة انه جاليتنا من منيحة، لا بالعكس. احكي معي وانا بقول لك صليت 40-50 سنة مع الجالية اللبنانية. نحن شعب لبنان، شعب لبناني طموح، شعب لبناني بيآمن، شعب لبناني ما بيرجع الخلف.
نعم نعم.
هذا الاكسبيرينس اللي انا اخذته.
ليه برأيك لكن في بعض المحلات صاروا يعطوا سمعة سيئة للبنانية؟
للأسف شو بيعرفني ان ابل تنزع الكل. بس نحن خليني اقول لك انه نحن اليوم في عنا شباب وبنات
نعم
اخدين وظائف وياخدين مراكز مهمة كتير، ونحن ما بنعرفهم، ما بيتعاطوا معنا.
نعم. مع
الجالية اللبنانية.
نعم.
شيء قليل بس هني بنشوف حالنا فيهم.
نعم نعم.
ولادي وولادك بيعرفون يمكن أكتر من نحن بنعرفهم، أو بيقولوا لي أنا ولادي بيقولوا لي بابا لايك فلان، لايك شو هالشخص الكويس اللي اخد مركز مهم كتير، ليش ما نحن عم نسمع عنه أو عم نشوف؟ هيدي أنا بتمنى كمان وياخد فكرة إنه لا، نحن اللبنانية ما هو مثل ما بيقولوا بالجرايد، نحن
نعم.
نضاف.
نعم. معلي برجع شوي لأولادك، كمان هني بالمحاسبة، هني بالأكاونتنسي ولا لويز ولا أي مجال؟
عندي ابني بيتر، هو أخذ محلي هلا بالمكتب. He's an accountant,
نعم.
financial advisor وكذا.
نعم.
أولاد خيي ولاد كلنا هلا في منهم builders، في منهم architects في من lawyers. كتر خير الله مشي الحال.
هذا الشيء بيأكد على كلامك انه نحن جالي منيحة ونفتخر
كيف
فيها.
لا كان كيف لا.
وبأغلبية الصالحة جالي ناجحة بكل شيء، بالأعمال، بالبزنس.
كتر خير الله كتر خير الله.
What sort of motivated you to work in the public life? Because it's very difficult, isn't it? Like to deal with the public. But what, especially in the early days, like you're talking about the 60s and 70s.
Yes, I go back to my upbringing at home. We've always been conscious of what is happening in the public life.
Yeah.
And it so happened that I had this, God has given me this gift to be able to go in and do a service to our community, because I believe that if God has given you a certain effort or certain gift, you should use that gift to help other people. That's the way we were brought up. شو بيعرفني هيك صار ربنا هيك رايد. دايما بيقولوا لي ولادي يا بابا شو ما بقى نشوفك بالبيت يعني طيب. ما بعرف، وانا ربنا عاطيني العائلة تدعمني، اخوتي مرتي ولادي بيدعموني انه نحن كفي هالطريق، وربنا عطينا كتر خير الله.
أكيد. You didn't limit your contribution to the community just to the Lebanese or to the Maronite community. Like I noticed here, you helped St. Lord's Wood, you helped
Yes.
many of the
Yes.
Australian foundations.
Yes, I'm interested in that because they do good work. For instance, St. Vincent de Paul, they do wonderful work. And I feel I let myself down if I didn't help associations like that. And the Australian Heart Foundation, Australian Lebanese Heart Foundation, for instance, they are made up of our Lebanese doctors.
Yeah.
And we have many a time we have gone to churches and to mosques and brought in nurses and doctors to help out and to interview people. And I believe in that. هذا شيء ما بعرف بيبسطني إنه أكون معهم بهالناس بهيدي.
Yeah. What can you tell us about the Australian Lebanese Association of New South Wales?
Yes, الجامعة اللبنانية. I've been associated many years. كنت أمين الصندوق for many years. وشباب يعطوا وقتهم تيساعدوا. هلا ليش ما بدنا نكون ايد وحدة؟ لأنه Lebanese Association is made up of all religions, all people. ليش ما نكون ايد وحدة تنساعد أخواننا اللبنانيين اللي موجودين هون اللي موجودين بلبنان، وهذا شيء واجب علينا. من هيك I joined the association for that reason.
You still associated with the Australian Lebanese Association?
Yes, but not as much as I used to. Not as much, no.
Okay.
I think I'm more closer to the Maronite Catholic Society these days because the society is doing some wonderful work.
Thanks. And Joe, now to the Maronite Catholic Society, you're a founding member, you're a former president, you've done a lot to the Maronite Catholic Society and to the Maronite Church. Early days, and you were of course a former president. The early days to the idea to establish the Maronite Catholic Society, how did it come about?
It was the mover was Allah Yarhamu Archbishop Khalifi. He was our Archbishop here, and he got us together to form this society with the intention of being his advisors, although we are separate from the church, although we are part of the church. We are independent. I mean, we do make our own decisions, Rabt al-Maroni.
Yes.
But Akid with his blessings. And we started off with Ustaz Joe Mitlej as the president, Allah yarhamu Anthony Rahib, who was our secretary, and myself was the treasurer. And we had people who gave up their time and effort, and it has been successful in as much as being part of the Maronite Catholic Church. And at this time I want to congratulate the present at the moment, Dr. Anthony Hashim, and the members. They've been doing some wonderful work, and I cannot but say I want to thank every one of my fellow members of the society, especially when I was president. They supported me so much and gave up their time and effort. We used to go on each weekend to different churches to register our children in Lebanon. And
yes.
These people have gave up their family time just to be in this program. So at this time I want to congratulate you, Sarkis, and your committee on the wonderful work that you're doing. And you've given up your time and effort just to be part of this beautiful society. And I hope that it keeps on going for a long, long time, because we need you.
Thank you. Joe, during the time from day one, what names or who stands out in your mind from the people who really worked hard and really served the Maronite Catholic Society, like Anthony Rahib, like
Allah yarhamu, Anthony Rahib.
Like
Anthony Rahib was a wonderful asset to our society. Joe Mitlej, as you know, he's a former judge.
Yes.
And he is still a wonderful advisor to our society. And I can name many, many people who have been associated with the society. Past presidents, past secretaries. I would forget some names.
Yes, yeah.
If I didn't mention them, so I'm not going to mention any more names. But they are my brothers in the society, and we keep in touch up to this day.
Yes.
And when we are together, it's like brothers getting together, which is a good thing.
Wonderful. Joe, as for bishops, like you've probably worked with all the bishops who've been in Australia since Bishop Khalifi, Allah yarhamu.
Yes.
So, I'd just like to have like your, how was it like, the experience working with Bishop Khalifi, then I think Bishop Hatti, Bishop Abi Karam, and now Bishop Tarabai?
Let me tell you that being a bishop of the Maronites in Australia is not an easy task. And Allah yarham ماتوا وبعدهم طيبين وخصوصا Bishop Khalifi was a very difficult time for him at the time.
Well, why was that?
Well, apparently there was someone thought that he didn't want to be bishop in Australia. They wanted someone else to be bishop. Allah yarhamu, Father Ziedi.
Right.
At the time was promised to be the bishop, and apparently some people didn't agree, but we got over it. And when we set up the Maronite Catholic Society, believe it or not, there were some people who worked against us, our own people. Why, I don't know. It's because of Khalifi, I think, and now they're members of the society.
Right.
But I would say that each bishop has his own qualities, and they gave their time. Some gave more than others, At the moment we have our Bishop Antoine Charbel Tarabay, and we are very lucky to have someone of that quality being our leader of the Maronite Church. And we need to be always around him, and we, the Maronite Catholic Society, is supposed to be the advisor to the bishop, and I would recommend that do not leave that task to someone else. Be there to give the advice to our bishop, because he needs that advice, although he himself is a very learned man and he has the qualities to be a leader. But he still needs some good advice,
yeah.
I think.
And support, of course. We all
Support
need to support
is automatic,
yeah.
in my opinion. The Maronite Society is supportive of the bishop automatically.
Yes.
That's
yes.
my belief.
Yes. You represented, I think, many times overseas in international conferences.
Yes, yes.
So which one stands out in your mind as you were really proud to be there?
The one in Los Angeles, I believe. That was one of the first. That was supposed to be one of the first. It was the first, I think. And I remember at the time our present patriarch was a bishop then, and he was Sharabat Sarai, and he was there giving his advice, and even at that time you could tell that he had special qualities, even at that time. And we had many of the politicians, for instance. Amin Jmail was there. رئيس السابق. في عنا كان مين بعرف مين من صغرته كان. يمكن كان بيت كرام. يمكن كان موجود representing.
نعم.
I don't remember. يمكن أنا ما بعرف التاريخ مثل ما لازم أعرفه.
نعم.
تاريخ لبنان.
حكيت شي كلمة
نعم، بالوقت ذاته عزمناهم تيجوا على سيدني يعملوا المؤتمر.
نعم.
I had the okay from Bishop Hitti at the time.
نعم.
And yes, I got up and invited them on behalf of the Maronite Society to come to Sydney.
نعم.
And they was accepted. It was in the minutes. Unfortunately, something happened later and that didn't come up.
You remember the main themes of the conference?
The theme was to get the Maronites all over the world to work for Lebanon.
Right. And
to establish a sort of committee for the. It's like auxilia. It's like a charitable organization.
Yeah.
But more than that, it was more or less elite organization that could persuade other countries to help out in Lebanon in times of need. I think we established that. And that was a very good thing. It did work for a while. And then Lebanese politics being what they are, it just didn't go on, unfortunately.
The Maronite Academic Conference, that looks so, it's a big achievement. Like there's a lot of big achievements. You played a big role in.
We concentrated on that.
Yeah.
We wanted something forever as far as the Maronites are concerned in Australia and in the world. So I invited all these experts, people that have published books on Maronites all over the world. We invited them here, and we had many seminars going. It was very, very successful. It could have been a bit more than what was happening. For a time there was some problems in Lebanon. As you know, Sarkis, whatever happens in Lebanon comes back to us here in Australia.
Yeah.
So it was okay. It was good. It could have been better, but still. It was successful.
I don't know if you agree with me, Joe. Sometimes, like, probably we don't follow up sometimes, I mean, I'm talking in general, we make recommendations or
No.
decisions and
No.
they're not followed up.
نعم أنا معك بهالشيء هذا. بدها وقت وبدها شغل، وعندنا شباب وبنات بيشتغلوا، بس بدك أشخاص to lead them on, as far as that's concerned. It's not so easy. Don't forget, we're all volunteers here.
This was a point. Don't you think that probably, especially these days, that we shouldn't just rely on volunteers, like we should maybe probably get people or employ people or get grants for those people to really focus on those goals?
I've been pushing for that for years. And at one time I was president of the society, we had someone working Our Lady of Lebanon, his office was there, I think. Yeah. But I've been pushing that for ages, and we have the resources upstairs. We have the resources here in Australia to be able to do that, and I think maybe we should concentrate on that in the future.
Yeah, I think following up, I think that will lead us to achieve the goal. It says, Joe, you've received many awards, and the most recent one is really prestigious one, which is the OAM, Order of Australia. Which one of all those are closest to your heart? Sometimes it could be just saying thank you from receiving thanks from someone, or a medal or award. Which one really made you feel, thanks?
ما بعرف ربنا عطينا gift, if you like, to accept these things.
Yeah.
I feel as if I don't deserve it. لأنه بس مش معقول إنه واحد يشوف حاله عالتاني. أنا هيدي ضد no way. بس I'm proud to be a knight of the Catholic Church. That's a blessing, because this is something that's very, very dear to me, and to be able to say I'm an Order of Australia, to be able to receive that means that we've given something to this wonderful land, Australia. We've given something to be able to receive that award. And to me, that's what it means. It means that all my efforts have been rewarded.
Yeah.
Thank God. To me, that's just something which has happened because of what I've given over the years. And I'm proud of it. Of course I'm proud of it. But then again, I'm humbled in that I have received such awards. I thank God for that.
It's good to be recognized and appreciated, and I think being recognized gives you more inspiration to do more for the community. And looking back at your legacy, and you deserve every accolade, because the time and effort and your passion for Australia and Lebanon is just incredible. Joe, what do you think? Of course, you lived most of your life in Australia. How much did Australia change, and how much you love Australia? Like we talked about Lebanon now.
Once I was asked a question once by very learned people, very powerful people in Australia. As a matter of fact, I was the director of some big companies here, and at a meeting they asked me, if Lebanon and Australia were at war, who would you go for?
Wow.
That is a question that was loaded, because I didn't agree with what was said by this person. And my answer would be, and this I truly believe, that if I asked him the question, if your mother and father were at war, who would you go for?
Wow. I'm
And
sure
that's
he hasn't got an answer.
no, he didn't. He couldn't answer. And this is how I feel. I cannot deny my ancestry.
The roots.
هيدا أصل، هيدا أصلي.
مظبوط.
Australia is my home. So I love Australia, but that doesn't mean I don't love Lebanon. I would give my right arm to save Lebanon. This is how we feel.
Joe, what's been happening recently in Lebanon, the protests, the situation there at this stage?
Yes,
What's
yes.
your thoughts about?
Yes, I've
Have
been
you
following. I've been following what's happening. Look, I feel sorry for the people of Lebanon. I look, if someone came to me and says, I have no bread, I can't have my child going to school. My son has graduated from university and I can't find any work for him. I have no money to buy a prescription for my sick child. How can you not feel sorry for them? And they need help. And this is where we come in, the Lebanese diaspora, all over the world. They need help. And we, who are more fortunate they are, should help, should be able to help. As a matter of fact, what $1,000 or $500 or whatever it is, we spend that when we go to a function.
To dinner.
We send that to our people in Lebanon. We send it to our whoever, to the charities in Lebanon. That will help. And I hope that the government, they say the government is for the people, of the people, by the people. The government should wake up and say, well, look, we need to do something for our people. That is normal. That is what is happening all over the world.
Yeah.
Here in Australia, if we think that one law or one thing is not right, we stand up and say,